Yes? Deploying. Locking target. Targeting. Locking on to target. Lock target. Target locked. Deploying cargo scoop. Retracting cargo scoop. Deploying cargo scoop. Retracting cargo scoop. Deploying the cargo scoop. Retracting cargo scoop. Deploying cargo scoop. Retracting cargo scoop. The cargo scoop readying. Planets. A planet is a celestial body orbiting a star or stellar remnant that is massive enough to be rounded by its own gravity, but is not massive enough to cause thermonuclear fusion, and has cleared its neighbouring region of planetesimals. Retracting cargo scoop. The cargo scoop readying. Retracting cargo scoop. Cargo scoop readying. Retracting cargo scoop. Deploying the cargo scoop. Decreasing sensor range. Retracting cargo scoop. Deploying the cargo scoop. Retracting cargo scoop. The cargo scoop readying.
Oh dear. Yeah, alright. Yeah, that's spot on there, Stephen. Spot on. There's me telling you all that you're all very quiet, not saying much, and you all can't hear a fucking thing I'm saying. Oh. How long is that? How long have I been on? 35 minutes. 35 minutes I've been on, and no one said anything about why I've not said anything for 35 minutes. That's quite impressive. Yes, I do apologise. Luckily I've not really been saying all that much. I've just really been saying, why is everyone really quiet? For about 10 minutes now. Yeah, and then just basically making jokes about how I'm yeah, driving like a Sunday driver and stuff. You missed some really classic jokes though. Slagging off my own driving. Retract cargo scoop. Retract cargo scoop.
Retracting cargo scoop.
Yeah, so, okay, I'll try all these conversations again that I've tried. How is everyone? How have you all been? How has your week been? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for stopping by. Hi Stephen Curry, hi Gamora, hi Dark Smack, hi all those other people that are thinging. No, I put the thing off and then I forgot to turn it back on again. It's been one of those days. And I remember thinking right before I turned the stream, I remember put the microphone back on, Dave. And then failed to do it. What a twat. Oh dear. Oh, Gamora, that's terrible. Sorry to hear that, mate. I've been kind of fighting one of them off myself as well. I've had a bit of a throat infection the last couple of weeks, as you noticed from the 2 weeks ago. It kind of kicked in, but I've fought it off. I haven't had to have antibiotics, so I'm quite happy with that. For the first time in a long time, I've actually managed to get a sore throat that usually turns into a cold, and it hasn't turned into a cold or a chest infection. And I'm actually on the mend. Fingers crossed, touch wood. Deploy cargo scoop.
Deploying cargo scoop.
One thing I have been saying about this, what I'm doing at the moment, is what it reminds me of. And it reminds me of, basically what I'm doing is I'm hoovering planets. So, yeah. I go backwards. I go forwards. Yeah, it's time, isn't it? It's the herb time. Buggy Hoover Simulator. That pretty much sums it up. Shoot something, then go and hoover up its bits. So, am I out of stuff to go and hoover? I think I am. Yeah, I'm going to head back to the ship. Hover bother. I christen the ship the Flymare. The Dyson DC-50. Don't go away. Ooh. That actually doesn't look good. That can't be good. Oh. What's happening? Why is my ship stuck in the sky? Why is my ship stuck in the sky? Oh, this is a bug. Oh, for heaven's sake, really? Whoa, it's a big rock. Pay attention to the front way direction. Okay, how do I get out of this then? Do I have to stop and restart? Can I get out of it though? Can I actually take off and land it? And can I actually get out the game and then see if it will reset it? Log out then. Okay, I'll give that a try and see what happens. Oh dear. It's breaking my immersions, innit? Save and exit to desktop. Right. I won't log out in the buggy. Well, I've logged out in the buggy a couple of times and it's been okay, so let's just hope. If it does drop me from a great height tomorrow, I'm going to blame you. You'll owe me a buggy. Private group. Moi.
Taking photo. Taking photo. Taking high resolution 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 photo. Taking photo.
Phew! Hey! Okay, recall ship. That's looking a bit more like it. Everyone see the game okay now, yeah? Yeah. Hello, you big orange beauty. Hello, gorgeous. So there we go. Open right panel. Verity.
Yes, Commander.
Open right panel. Open right panel. Open right panel. Jesus. So I've got 4 refuels. And 4 reloads. Nice. Okay, shall we go do some exploring? Open Galaxie map.
Galaxy map.
See if you can do that. Who's that? It's Stephen Carey. Hello, Stephen Carey. Where's populated space? It's there, and I've been going kind of that way, so I'm going to turn that way. Tis you! Blethwa. Lovely. As you can see, I'm just taking completely random jumps, just anywhere that's like out, away from where we live. I'm kind of heading towards you, Steve, there. Close Galaxie map.
Closing map.
Come on, start. Oh, for heaven's sake. Start. There we go. Raise landing gear.
Retracting landing gear.
It was fastest routing. Engage Super Cruise.
Preparing for Super Cruise. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Jump.
Jumping.
Open system map.
System cartography.
Well, that's an easy one.
Fuel scooping complete. Fuel scoop disengaged.
I've been thinking a lot about some of the things that are missing from the game. I mentioned last week that I was contemplating the writing of an application or web app that could register ships. So pilots could go on there, register their ships, give them a name, get a registry code, and basically have something that the game doesn't have. And I don't know if they're going to put it in. If they do, they do. If they don't, they don't. I thought it'd be a good idea. But I've been thinking since then about sort of my fleet and what I would call them. And I've come up with a couple of good names, I think. Yeah. I think I'm going to call this ship the Spirit, which is short for its full name, which is Reflected Sound of Underground Spirits. Jump.
Charging frameshift drive.
And if you know what the reference is, then that's so much the better. No, not right actually. Echognomics, that's it. Well done, I'm impressed. It wasn't a hard one to be fair, but I'm thinking about naming all of my ships after something about Pratchett. So the Echognomics is my favourite one because it's a nice. It's like it's an E&M Bank style name, but it's from Pratchett, so it kind of hits a couple of boxes of favourite authors of mine. So I quite like it. Open system map.
System map. Fuel scooping complete.
Close system map.
Closing map.
Elite Dangerous Companion. And then like Inara, I wouldn't have thought it'd be anything else. No shit, that's a bloody long way away, isn't it? Oh, let's do it anyway. Just 'cause we can.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
So I was thinking about doing it quite an interesting way, because I was what I talked about last week. Was the concept of actually creating like a license or like a registration document. So rather than just having it registered online, you could actually have something you could print off. So you would have your ship, a picture of your ship, the name of the ship, the registry code of the ship, which would be generated using a random number generator or a semi-random number generator, and obviously it would be licensed to you as a commander. So I thought that bit rather nice. I don't know what Inara does. I mean, I'm looking at it at the moment, and it's got a Pilots Federation license. So I'm not entirely sure how that works. But it looks like this kind of idea that I had, but it doesn't have the actual registration code or anything like that. But it's just a thought. It's an idea that I thought would be nice. It's one of those, because it's one of those things. I'm having quite a lot of inspiration particles at the moment, and having quite a lot of different weird ideas about doing certain things, and things that would be cool, things that would be quite community-wise, would be awesome, that I basically can't do because I've got to get this bloody RPG finished. And I just need to get them out of my head. So I'm either writing them down, or I'm telling people about them, or I'm doing this, basically telling you lot about them. And if you want to do something with it, then great, do something with it. And if you want a hand, let me know. I'll give you some conceptual ideas. But it's just one of those different little things. I think I don't know if they're going to end up putting it into Elite at any point and having registration codes and named chips and all that sort of stuff. But yes, the Spirit is what I'm currently flying, my Asp, which is a lovely ship. I've actually grown to like the Asp. I don't think it's as nice to fly as the Diamondback Explorer, because I really did enjoy flying that. But I do like it. It's a nice bit of kit, and it looks nice. And I love the orange paint job I've got. I don't even know when I got that. Yeah, it would. I agree. Because the commander names can be a bit stupid, and I think it'd be nice to just have a proper name to look at, rather than all these XX. I'm an awesome person, XX++. Yeah, I did like the registration code. I did think it was a bit oversimplified. Like 2 letters and 2 letters and 3 numbers doesn't really give you a lot of scope, shall we say. Not for a Galaxie society. Of somewhere on the order of 100 billion inhabitants. That's a lot of registry codes you might have. But yeah, I think it'd be lovely to do something like that. And I still hope, beyond hope, that they give us custom decals. I hope they find a way to do it, because I really want to be able to put custom decals on my ship. I've actually designed myself a decal that I'm going to use as a sort of stream and personal branding thing. So I'm going to put it on different things, and I'm going to go through a whole period of rebranding on the site and rebranding on the stream and all that kind of stuff to use this logo I've come up with, because I quite like it. Everyone should have their own logo. What time is it? 9:15. Yes, Gamora, you should be in the game all the time. Yeah, well, you'd probably find that if that's what people want. Thing is though, right, is that necessarily a bad thing? I mean, it'll highlight to you the sort of person that owns that ship. It'll tell you whether or not it's worth having a conversation with them. And if you don't like that kind of thing, fly solo or fly in a group. You can look at your own decal, which is cool. And obviously there'd still be the random generated ones that people could be used on, like by Frontier themselves, to decal other ships. So if you want to personalise a ship with a big penis on it, then fine, or a vagina, or a boob, or a anything really, or middle finger. Then it at least tells everyone else around you what sort of an arsehole you really are. So chest fish and giving hallucinations, didn't trust my flying. Yeah, okay, good point. Yeah. I'll give you that one. I've flown extremely tired before, and even without a chest infection, just flying tired is a bit of a pain in the arse, because you do kind of, yeah, crash into things a lot more often. If you're drunk, or if you're tired, or if you're drugged up on legal medications for illnesses, I would point out, then exploration's great for that, because at least you don't have all that much risk of crashing into something when you're trying to dock. You may not come out, you may forget to bring your joystick back when you're in hyperspace or something, but there you go. that is your fault, and you've got plenty of time to react to that anyway. And you can always just do a loop of shame. Everyone loves the loop of shame. I keep dozing while jumping. Well, if I wasn't streaming, I'd probably be sitting going to half asleep while doing this. Although I wouldn't really, because I've got loads of stuff actually on the other screen that I'm doing while I'm flying and talking to you guys. I'm busy with a lot of different RPG related stuff at the moment. I've been hunting for years, almost, for a decent store shop thing, so that when the RPG eventually does go live and all the bits that go live with it are available for actual sale, then I can actually sell them properly from the website, as well as through Amazon or through PayPal or eBay or whatever it is I end up doing it through. So I've been kind of working on that over the weekend. Not using up my actual RPG development time, I must say, but I've actually been doing it while on my free time, while people were asleep. And I've been kind of trying to get used to it yesterday, and how it works and how to put stuff in it, and I think it actually seems to work quite good. I just need to try and work out how to do downloadable things that you can download straight away rather than having to wait for permission, so that if you buy a downloadable product you can download it straight away. That I need to work out. But I've used a very powerful tool. It's free always, because I'm always a cheapskate. I don't want to splurge money that I can't afford or that other people have given to the cause for the RPG on stuff that is not really related to the RPG. So, but it should be a useful thing come the future. So I'm hoping it's going to work quite well. But yeah, so as well as that, I've got this an hour thing up, and I've got my RPG sitting there because I've been doing some work on it this afternoon with Colin, and I'm currently, what I was doing before I logged on to the stream today was designing some instructional graphics for the RPG's combat simulator, and what will be the miniatures game or part of the miniatures game that Colin brings out as well. So yeah, busy day. Loads to do to keep me awake, so I'm going to take my dressing gown off. So I've actually been sitting with my dressing gown on because it's been absolutely freezing cold in this office today, but now it's warmed up. Struggling with this chair again. I keep meaning to try and institute one of these tip jar things and see if people are going to be lovely enough to pay money to watch me stream, even though I only do it once a week. And see if I can raise some money and try and put it towards getting myself a chair that isn't going to kill my back and kill my bottom. I don't know what I've done, but there's something wrong with the bottom end of my spine. So where the coccyx is roughly, if I sit in an office chair for too long, then it absolutely kills, and I basically can't walk, and I get all the sciatica stuff starts. So I don't know what the hell's going on there, but I know this chair is extremely uncomfortable, and the other one I've got is also extremely uncomfortable. So I'm not entirely sure what to do about that. Thinking about cannibalising bits and pieces and trying making a better chair. But what I want to do is get a proper gamer's chair, one that's actually like a car seat, so it's comfy and gives you proper support where you need it. Because for some reason, the ideal thing to use as a computer gaming chair surely is a car seat, because car seats are designed to be ergonomic and designed so that you can sit in them for long periods of time without hurting yourself, whereas office chairs aren't. So why the hell aren't car seats used as office chairs as well? That's what I don't get. I mean, I can sit in my car for hours and hours at a time, driving up to Scotland for 4 or 5 hours, and not feel the least bit painful. Whereas I sit for an hour in this chair in this office and I feel like absolute shit. It's ridiculous. So what I was thinking about doing, I can't afford to buy an office chair or a gaming chair or anything like that at the moment. But that's what I'm thinking. If I go to a scrapyard, see if I can get a decent car seat, and then do exactly what you've just said, Gamora. Attach it to the top of the office chair. I might have to screw it onto a plate or screw it onto something else or build some kind of adapter. But I can't see why it wouldn't work. As long as I can get the angle right, then it'll be fine. It's just making sure I can get that angle right. Because this thing, the reason it's actually a second-hand chair from an office, and the reason it was given away is because the back has a tendency to slip down now and again. Yeah, I need to find a decent scrapyard though. It's going to have a decent one. If I can get a scrapped car that's got auto removable seats, because I know that I've had 2 cars now where you can take the back seats out completely just by unclipping them. That's it, they're on runners. That's what I was thinking. So all I need to do is really clamp them together or get some kind of mounting bracket for it, and it'll sort itself out. Simulator, how you doing? Long time no see. How you doing? How have you been? Said how you doing twice. I do apologise. Yeah, so that's a great idea, and I think I'm going to do that at some point. It's going to be a bit of a building project, so again, it may actually be worthwhile doing it in the free time I've got, possibly at weekend. So I may actually try and take a trip to a scrapyard one weekend soon, see what I can find. Don't know that many scrapyards though. Obviously make sure it's something that's not been sitting out in the rain for 2 weeks or something like that. Poorly shoulder, oh no! Everyone's falling to bits! Gamora's chest's given up, your shoulder's given up, my throat's given up. There we go. I've just realised I've done something very silly today. I felt a bit sick at lunchtime today, so I skipped lunch. And on days when I'm working on the book, which is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I don't have tea. So I essentially haven't eaten anything today. Shit! Jump. 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 Verity.
Yes, Commander.
Jump. Jump.
Jumping.
Fuck's sake. I've had a bad throat for 2 weeks now, Sim. Essentially, not last stream. The stream before that, I started getting a sore throat day before.
3, 2, 1, engage.
Well said, Stephen Curry. Well said. As it should be. Don't you let you get the ego going to my head now? Oh, 2 suns.
Fuel scooping.
I'm getting there. I'm feeling better now. It's still a bit harsh. The biggest thing that's worrying me is that obviously with it being throat related and with it being a bit swollen and mucousy, I'm getting a bit wheezy, so the asthma's kicking in slightly. But I've got my inhaler, so I'm fine. Open system map. Open system map.
System cartography.
Clean out audio sensors. So what we got? What we got here? I'm here. No one's been here. No one's been here.
Fuel scooping complete.
Only 5,000 light seconds across to the far end. Nothing exciting here though. I'll give it a go though. I'll have a scoot around. What's up with your shoulder then? Is it on the mend or is it getting worse or?
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Wow, that was a bit impulsive. Yeah, ow. That's not good. I did something similar a few years back when I played badminton. What I did was I was cutting a hedge and I spent about 3 or 4 hours cutting a hedge because it's a huge fucking hedge, and essentially all the vibrations that it sent through my arms, I didn't realise what I'd done, and then I went to play badminton the next day, and halfway through the badminton match it just went click and I couldn't move the bloody thing. That's quite interesting, that. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a photo of that. That'll be a good background for something.
Taking high resolution photo.
No, it was, apparently it was diagnosed as torn rotator cuff. I was given some physio to do and it didn't actually work. And I did do it for a change. I thought, you know, I kind of need that arm, it's my right arm, so I kind of need to use that for something, so... But no, they gave it laser treatment or ultrasound treatment, whatever it was, a little laser pen thing that they put against my shoulder and tried to use that to heal it up, and then gave me sort of arm lifting motions to do and all that stuff. Did that for a year roughly, and then as soon as I stopped doing it, it just went straight back to being square one again. It's very, very delicate now. Anytime I do something a bit strenuous with it, it comes up, so... I've got one of those things, I can now say I've got a war wound. An old wound that plays up when it's cold or something like that. Yeah, did you hear the news that apparently all this thing that you say about, you know, I can feel it in my bones, or when it's going to be cold I know that my pain's going to flare up and all that kind of stuff. You know that scientifically they've actually kind of proven it's true. That there are physical elements of your body that will react to changes in the weather. They're actually scientifically saying it is true now. So all mocking all those old wives' tales, and it's thingy. I actually agree with it. I believe it. I've believed it was true for a while, because it's all to do with pressure change, and your body's very susceptible to pressure change. That's why things like your ears pop and all that kind of stuff. Huh? Okay, that is a bit weird. If you haven't actually done anything to injure it, then I don't know. Maybe all that weightlifting you do. Maybe it's all that carrying the weight of the world on your shoulder. I've done it again. Loop of shame! Okay, I don't want to really go past the sun that closely. I'll do it on the other side. The chatty window covers it up otherwise. You have to make everything pass on the left. On the left, thank you. There we go. Ooh, Rika's just logged in. Huh, no Plippy today. Every stream I've had the last few months, Plippy's hosted me at some point. I've not seen his message come up today. So I don't know if he's hosting me or not today. Ooh. I know that Simulator's been doing this, but has anyone been watching Mad Dog's Twitter feed today? Sorry, his Facebook feed today. The tin-plated killing machine with an inferior complex is on his way back. Either that or it's his scary twin brother Eric, I mean. Now, the LEDs on this joystick are ridiculously bright. Okay, my phone's now whinging at me that it's out of charge, so I'm going to see if I can plug it in without the game doing something stupid. Well, I've got 2 minutes left rather than 15 seconds. Okay, it's plugged in. It pops up a window, which it did. Go away. Tony! Dude! How are you doing? Thanks for popping by. Pull up a chair, grab a beer. Etc. do, do, do. That's very kind of you. Yeah, beer, Sim, beer. That's stuff that we use to make the world seem just a little bit less shit for a while. In moderation, obviously, otherwise you have issues. Welcome, Tori, to Edge of Your Seat Excitement. Watch as Selezen points at a dot. You missed the rip-roaring excitement earlier of Selezen hoovering a planet. I've done it again. Well, this is a loop of correction this time because I noticed it before it said slow down. Ah ha ha, I win. Breathless excitement as Selezen drives at 7 miles an hour on a planet surface and sucks up rock. Yeah, it's interesting. You mean it's like it sounds so crap. Driving on a planet very slowly and picking up rock. Flying towards a dot on the screen. You reduce it down to its component parts and this game sounds really shit. But it's not. It's awesome. Because it's fun. And it's interesting. And it's what happens next. And all that stuff. That's pretty cool. You are a broken sun. Watch as Selezen flies towards a purple blob.
This summer. This summer, Selezen is the Sunday driver.
Scanning through a planet again. Sorry, scanning through a star. My sensors are that good. A Class 3 gas giant. That's money in the bank. So, Tony, are you going to make it to any conventions this year? It was LaveCon we met, wasn't it? LaveCon 2014, sorry. Going to make it to any of them? Elite Meet? LaveCon? Fantastical? Oh, bloody women. I've got a lot to answer for, these bloody women. That's it. So another system explored. Jump.
Engaging jump drive.
Yeah, money's an issue with me this year as well, so...
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Okay, yeah, good point, Sim. Sorry about that. Maybe I should revise that to partners. Meh. Taking our money. Taking our jobs. I mean, do you know what I've been?
Fuel scooping.
Open system map.
System cartography.
Emails all over the
Fuel
place
scooping
today.
complete.
Wow, loads of updates. Twitter's gone daft today. Rob Fine liked one of your tweets. Zach Gergerich, Blue Target Vids, liked one of your tweets. I didn't tweet anything, that's the notifications for the Elite Encounters update. Everyone loves them. Ooh, and Spy Hunter OXP update. Ooh. Someone's modified one of my Elite updates, or Elite packs. Which is fine, I don't mind that, so I shall respond to him shortly and let him know it's perfectly fine for him to do what he wants to do. Okay, yep, I'll give that an explore. It's not got anything marvellously great, but it'll do. Click. Let's go there. Yeah, sorry Sim, being a bloke in a mostly bloke society, or a mostly bloke community, I tend to forget now and again that there are the ladies out there who play this game too, so I apologise to all of you from the bottom of my heart. I shall self-flagellate later on to within an inch of my life. God, it's just how Kate was here. Kate was here, she's actually driven over and killed me. Eventually she might watch this. At which point she will drive over and kill me at that point anyway.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Alright, Dark Smack, right, let's get this straight. I play on a Monday. I play this game on a Monday, that's the only time I play it. So I can quite honestly say I'm probably not as far out as you would think I would be. This has been another one of those weeks, oh shit, another one of those weeks where I've not had a chance to get any game time in because loads of things have happened and just none of it's been conducive to actually playing any games. Dangling? Oh yeah, dangling by a thread. And the hook is probably through my winky as well. Open Galaxie map. Open Galaxie map. Open Galaxie map. Verity. 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 Verity.
Yes, Commander.
Open system map.
System map.
Close system map.
Close Closing map.
Open Galaxie map.
Galaxy map.
There we go. So I'm there. There's everybody else. So yeah, there you go. About 1700 still, so not that much further out than when you last saw me, Dark Smack. Close Galaxie map.
Closing map.
I've not seen Mad Dog online for ages. Has he been streaming? Because I've not seen any alerts for his streams coming up lately. Unless I've accidentally unfollowed him or something. He exploded twice. Oh, bloody hell. Ah, right. So he's just not been on, basically. That's good then, that's fine. At least I've not missed anything. I just haven't had time to watch anybody's streams, even when they have come on. I get so many notifications every day that people have gone. I mean, Commander Human is spamming me like a bastard at the moment. I just haven't got time to watch anything. So if I'm not... Essentially, my computer time is RPG. That's it. Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 4 till 8 or 9. Sorry, from 5 till 8 or 9. 5 till 9 is RPG work. All RPG work. And the other days in between that, I don't get to go on the computer. Because that's family time. That was the agreement that I made while I try and get this book done. Because that has me a deadline in it, and I'm kind of worried. Although Anne has said that if things do get tight, she is perfectly fine with me actually spending every day working on the book. Slow down! Loop of correction! You say the word adulting, it just sounds like a very different version of dogging. Very dodgy version of dogging, or an alternative to dogging. I think we should define that as something. I think we should define that as being dogging, but adulting is doing the same thing as dogging but in someone's house. So you basically, as opposed to going somewhere public and shagging, you essentially go to someone else's house and shag. With their permission, of course. Or you go to someone else's house and watch them shag. They put a sign up in the window to say that they're doing it. No, not necessarily, because you're not shagging someone else. You're shagging your own partner, but just in someone else's house. You're not sharing anything, and you're letting them watch. Because it's their house. Or it could be a lot worse. This isn't escalation, this is just discussion of different sexual habits. It's not gone dirty yet, it's just conceptual. Conceptual and consensual. Anyway, the stream is marked as mature, so... Indeed. Consensual, sensual, conceptional, conception, practice. Concepts. Things. Stuff. Blah. Okay, you lot have gone a bit weird now. Anyway, I'll change the subject. Has anyone out there, any of you guys out there, ever heard of a series called Deadliest Catch? I shall now wait the requisite 30 seconds for a response. There was a cob van, there still is a cob van, between Derby and Matlock, somewhere near Ambergate, where on the side of it was written, get a handful of Sue's lovely baps. And I did occasionally partake of Sue's lovely baps, and they were indeed lovely, and a great handful as well. Is anything more than a handful's a waste, as you should know. Anyway, yes, the reason I asked about Deadliest Catch, I mean, if you've not heard of it, then basically it's a series about the Alaskan crab fishing industry, which is supposed to be the deadliest job in the world, because essentially you're on the Bering Sea in the middle of winter when it's really snowing, really icy, and you're basically running around on a boat with nothing tying you down, having to get big 800-pound pots full of crab that are like really expensive. And of course the Bering Sea is a bit of a shitty place to work because it's not a flat sea. It is not a flat sea by any way, shape or form. And every time I watch it, I just have this thing in my head that would look, how would that work with Elite? Could we do that kind of documentary with Elite? This is another one of those inspiration particle ideas, things that keep coming into my head. I would love to do this, right? Picture it. Essentially, people who are streaming, sort of grab some screenshots of stuff they're doing, get a few vids of things they're doing, maybe even get a few actual videos of them against a blue screen with, or a green screen with all the kind of stuff that they do, and put some backgrounds on there, and kind of make it look as if you're actually immersed in the universe, and put it together as like the similar kind of reality documentary thing, that days in the life of the space traders and Elite, and so on. Because all I ever get, I mean, if you've seen it, if you've seen it, essentially it's a series of different boats with the crews and the captains and so on, and essentially it's days in the lives of these crews and what they do, and following them as they do, like as they spend 2 months essentially fighting everything the world's got to put against them to earn something on the order of 100,000 quid for 1 month's worth of work. And it's great. It's really interesting. It's really fascinating, and but it's just there's a Scottish guy that does the commentary for it, and I've been watching the American ones, and the guy that does commentary in the American ones is actually a lot better. But the Scottish guy, Bill Petrie, I can do a takeoff of him doing it, and all I can hear in his voice is him saying 300 light years from Sol on the 150-ton Spirit. Commander Selezen is on the slaves. So I think it'd be a great idea to try and get everyone's, like loads of different people's streams, get the permission obviously, and try and get all the footage from their streams, do some nice external shots of their ships flying about, and some footage of them landing, all that sort of stuff, and maybe actually do the same thing that they do in Deadliest Catch, some chase ships who are doing all the recording. Damn it! Heap of shame! And then obviously somebody would have to edit all that together and make a kind of thing about it. So I think it'd be quite a cool thing to do, even just as like a one-off. Deadliest trade. Deadliest Cobra, or whatever, you know. Anyway, that was my thought anyway. Anyway, back to these lovely baps. Now and again, obviously, used to like partake in Sue's lovely baps, and she did the most awesome breakfast cob with a Cumberland ring sausage in it. Fucking lovely it was. Cumberland ring sausage, bit of black pudding, bit of tomato or brown sauce, one or the other. Now I usually put a bit of both on, and a spot of salt. Absolutely gorgeous. Set a shot for the day, that did. I'm fucking starving. That's really bad. It's got to this time of night. It's now gone 10 o'clock. And I'm absolutely ravenous. I could eat a fucking horse. I've not eaten anything since 7 o'clock last night. Apart from a pot of Frosties. Things if I eat now, I'm going to be really full for going to bed. Oh, what have I done? Piss. However, on the bright side, at least that means that, you know, I won't have to go to the loo or anything tonight. Or pee or anything. Exactly, I mean, I know why. It's because I've been talking about food. I now want food. I now want a Cumberland Ring cob. And I'm not going to go to fucking Ambergate to get a Cumberland Ring cob. See, the thing is, I'm working from home tomorrow as well. So I can actually get a cob. Just have to make sure I time everything right, because I've got to start work at 7. And then I've got to try and get a hospital appointment, doctor's appointment and a nurse's appointment. So I've got to get my diabetes check done, and my asthma check done. And I've got to get my antidepressant sorted out, because I'm trying to come off it. And the problem is I ran out of tablets 3 days ago. So yeah, I kind of need to get more tablets. I need to take one tonight actually, because I forgot to take it yesterday. So I've got one left. And I need to go to the doctor's tomorrow to have a discussion with her and see how it's going. I think it's going okay. Because I seem to be managing okay. My anxiety issues seem to have calmed down, and I'm not as down as I was, because obviously I've got a new job and everything's great. So yeah, I've got that. So if I phone them about 8 o'clock, which is when you have to phone them, or else you don't get anything. See if I can get the appointment sorted out. Make sure I've got enough time either side to have enough time to go out and get some cobs. And I can't go all the way to bloody Ambergate, but there is a cob van outside Wickes in Derby that is really, really nice. Burger Queen it's called. If you're in Derby and you fancy a nice greasy proper cob, proper builder's cob, then go to Burger Queen in Wickes car park on London Road. And I should actually be sponsoring them, so you know. No, I live in Derby, so is Derby in the Peak District? I know the northern part of Derbyshire is the Peak District. But I live in Derby, and I used to work in Matlock, so I had to drive from Derby to Matlock and back every day. And then I got moved to Derby by my own request. So I lost Sue's lovely baps, were no longer accessible to me, but I found Wickes with a cob van there. I mean, she is really, really good. She has an awesome selection of stuff, and she does lovely bacon, and her sausages are really nice. Really, really nice. Wow, everyone's about in the Midlands. Because I know that Mike Snoswell tends to pop around to the Nottingham area as well. I think he visits Grantham to visit family and stuff now and again. Yeah, well, I'm quite near Normanton. I'm in Alveston. The bit that's right on the edge of Alveston, between Alveston and Allington. If you know Normanton, you probably have heard of Harvey Road and Osmaston Road. I'm sort of in the triangle of them. So you've got Normanton, then you've got Allington, then you've got Alveston. And that's me! I'm King of Alveston, yay! Thing is, it's a lot nicer to be out in the sticks in Derbyshire, because I'm sure that Derbyshire itself is absolutely lovely, and I've been driven through lots of bits of it, and I've been to places like Belper and Ripley and Risley and all sorts of different Derbyshire places that are really, really nice. Ambergate included, all those sort of places on the way up to Matlock. Matlock itself is lovely, even though it's a little town, it's on a great big hill. And I would quite happily go and live there if I was 85. Matlock Bath is absolutely beautiful. We used to go there. Well, we try to go there every year for the illuminations at Matlock Bath, but we haven't managed it the last 2 years, which has really pissed me off. Because I really like going there, seeing all the floaty lights. See that? Just keep taking the tablets I'm on, I'll see floaty lights then as well. But Derby itself is a shithole. It's a bit of a shame, because I've always seen Derbyshire as being like an oyster, because you've got the loveliness outside, the lovely pearl outside, and then in the middle of it, in the middle of that pearl, you've got a lump of shit. And that's pretty much how I feel about Derby and Derbyshire. I mean, I used to live in Nottingham, and now I work in Nottingham as well. And I used to live in Nottingham, and I used to think Nottingham was a shithole. Then I moved to Derby, and discovered what a shithole really is. It's great, because it tries to be a seaside resort, but there's no seaside. You've got a river. But it does a bloody good job of being a seaside resort in the middle of land. A landlocked seaside resort. How awesome is that? Whose idea was that? Whoever it was that had that idea should have a clap on the back, I think. Oh, near Markeaton. So you're on the other side of Derby then. Yeah, I love Matlock Bath. Got a lot of good memories of Matlock Bath because, yes, I'm Scottish. I was born and brought up in Scotland, but most of my family lived around. Salvage. Oh, don't have any space left. No, I'm not going to check that out because I don't have any space left in the ship. One more unexplored place to go. What was I saying? Yeah, so we used to come down and obviously yearly would make at least 1 or 2 visits down to this part of the woods and visit the grandparents and the aunties and the uncles and the cousins and all that. And yeah, one of the places we used to go to semi-regularly was Matlock Bath. And I've got lots of good memories of being a kid wandering around Matlock Bath and fish and chips and ice cream and enjoying the seaside ambience. And then wondering why the fuck the sea wasn't there. But in my head it's always been a lovely memory and I've always loved Matlock Bath. And I still do. And I'd quite happily go there on holiday. Oh, it's always been full of bikers. It's always been a bikers resort. As long as I've known it, there's always been that I think it's the south end of it. There's always been the bikers haunt. The pub's at the end, opposite the Mining Museum, and sort of down a bit, and where the visitor centre is for where the car parking bit is for going down to the illuminations. It's always full of bikers during the day in the summer, especially at the weekends. But even during the week, it can be quite bad. You've got to watch yourself with the traffic around there because bikers do tend to be on there. Although the ones around Matlock tend to be a bit more sensible than your average idiots on bikes. They tend to be the more responsible kind of grown-up bikers that go to Matlock. Far too long since I've been at Matlock for a proper day out. Yep, usually is. You've got to get there early in the morning to get a parking space in Matlock Bath. Or sit around and block the street off while you wait for somebody to come off one of the roadways. Okay, closest planet I can land on. Let's have that one. I'm going to call this a night. Oh no, I'm not. It's only 1:15. Get another exploration in before I call it a night. Come on, what am I on with? You can try that if you like, Sim. I wouldn't. I wouldn't want to try that. No, 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 no. Not with some of the guys that are on bikes over there. Jump.
Preparing for jump.
I've take the word motorcycle out of there and just use the word I'm a courier, so my reading isn't pristine. Couriers are just nutters. Couriers, white van delivery guys, just idiots. Drive like nutters.
3, 2, 1, engage.
Not that I'm saying you'd do anything. None of us would do anything like that because we're all sensible, clever, intelligent, forthright, upstanding people. Right, see, well, I've made a big mistake because what I've said is I'm going to have another quick exploration before I sign off. And having said that now, I bet this is like 150 planets or something in it.
Fuel scooping.
Yeah, 14. That's not bad. Fluffy Bun! Open system map.
System cartography.
How you doing, sunshine? Oh, that's not bad at all.
Fuel
Let's
scooping
explode,
complete.
explode. 94. All icy by the look of it. Yeah, that's fine though. I'll have a look at that. I'll scan all that, and then I'll land on the on that one. That one. Yeah. Close system map.
Closing map.
Click. Not sensible at all. I know this. I also never think that once I get on a motorbike, I'll get off alive. Yeah, that's. It's always a good thing to do. Always respect the bike. Respect yourself on a bike, and respect everybody else around you. That they're driving big tin boxes that weigh tons and have a big box around them to save them from being killed. Whereas all you have is some shiny leather and a helmet. And I've heard some pretty bad horror stories about that. I want to get a bike. I've thought for years about getting a bike, just to get me on a very small bit of kit, to get me round town or
Fuel scoop disengaged.
get me to work in the morning, because essentially it'd be nice to be able to cut in front of traffic and stuff in white line, just not like a silly bastard. But it's not something Moy's going to let me do anytime soon, put it that way. I mean, round about where I live, there's still a lamppost covered in flowers from a guy roughly my middle son's age. That he knew actually, just sort of 3 streets away from where I live, was killed because he tried to overtake a bin lorry and it pulled out on him. And he wasn't even going all that fast, from what I've heard. It was literally he pulled out beside this lorry. It didn't see him. It pulled out. He hit the lorry and died from that. So it's not difficult to get yourself splatted if you're on a bike. It's ridiculously easy. I'm not entirely sure what the mechanics of it were, whether something else hit him or he sort of fell to the ground and something ran over him or whatever. I don't know, but I just know that all he did was pull out. All he did was pull out, and this truck didn't see him, this bin lorry didn't see him, and essentially they contacted, and as a result of it, whatever else happened, he died. So, and it wasn't a powerful bike, it was a moped. It was a ridiculous little moped thing, 50cc lawnmower engine thing. So, on the subject, oh dear. Yes, welcome to the stream, Fluffy Bun. Thanks for lowering the tone. Not that you've lowered it any further than any of the rest of us would do anyway, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. Hey. I've never had a bike. I've never been on a bike. But I have been on a bike. Sorry, that's not true. I have been on a bike. Way back when I was about on the order of 10, maybe 8. My dad was a bit of a biker in his youth, and sadly, not sadly, but he kind of gave all that stuff up when he got married because he didn't want to be taking the risks anymore. My mum wasn't keen on the fact of him taking those risks anyway, but he was a bit of a biker in his younger years, and he kept that going until I got to about sort of start of teenage years. So I did get a shot on the back of his bike. I was never old enough to actually go on one himself when he was still doing it, but I did have a road pillion with him at one point, and it scared me shitless. It still would, because I'm not overly keen on the pillion thing. I don't feel particularly secure being a pillion. I'd have to strap myself to whoever it was that was driving, not just rely on my arm strength to be able to hold me onto that bike. I'd have cable ties and shit, and bungee cords and proper strapping and webbing and chains and all that kind of stuff, and parachutes and all that kind of stuff. So if I saw a truck come the other way, I'd just release the parachute and let me go up in the sky. But no, I was never keen on it. But it is something that I would like to do as a proper rider, rather than a passenger. I'm probably not going to get a chance to. Never mind. Oops. I think it was one thing that I'm not overly scared of being in a car with someone, because I don't really get scared anyway in cars. I've never really been nervous in cars, but I've been with a lot of people who have been quite ridiculously bad drivers, quite ridiculously good drivers, but driving cars like they're meant to be driven, like buying a sports car or buying a performance car and then taking it somewhere quiet and driving it like it's meant to be driven. And I've been quite a few of them. My mate Nigel, his friend Simon, was one of those type people who had quite a lot of performance cars, and we used to go out sort of dirt tracking with him in his car, just whacking it across country lanes and dirt tracks and fields and all that sort of stuff, and just jumping around. And then there was one guy that I went to university with, Carl. He used to drive a souped up MG Metro, believe it or not. And he used to drive like an idiot around the town, so never really bothered me all that much. Nice one, Gamora. Somebody could have got hurt, but they didn't, so it's funny. Are you going to finish that story off, Bun? Why was it difficult to start? Was he not doing it right? Or is that the end of it, and I've missed the joke again? Missed the joke again. Come on! I love driving smaller cars, because I think you drive a smaller car, you always get that feeling of speed more than you do in the bigger cars. Older cars, the old Volkswagen Golf that I had a few years back, Betsy, she was like a Mark II Golf driver, I believe. Wow, awesome. Nice one. Yeah, but driving like the old Golfs before all this stuff about really sealing the doors and insulating the engine bay and all that sort of stuff, you actually hear the engine, you can feel the wind going through the car, you can feel the vibration and all that sort of stuff. That gives you that real feeling of speed. And I do like that, because you know how fast you're going, you can feel the road, feel everything through the road. And I think bikes would be the same. That feeling of speed would be enough for me, and it would just give me that bit of a thrill, even just going at 30 miles an hour probably. I'm not a speed demon, I never really have been. So I mean, if I was going to get a bike, it would be for convenience, and it wouldn't be for the thrill of it, or for the wanting to be a boy race with it. It'd literally be from getting me from A to B slightly quicker than a car would do it. And also, it's cheaper on insurance, it's cheaper on petrol, it's cheaper on everything, pretty much. And it's one of those things that I think, because it's a slightly simpler machine than a car, if anything went wrong with it, there's nothing that would stop me from actually being able to fix it myself. Because the concept of cars and the way that they all go together, and differentials and gearboxes and the way that they all work, is quite daunting, and it's something that I would love to be able to do. I'd love to be able to go and sort out how to use the engineering side of cars and all that sort of stuff. It'd be great. You have a smart roads. Oh, I love them. I must admit, it's one of the. I'm not a big petrol head. I'm not a big thing about using cars or doing things with cars or wanting particular cars because they're awesome. But the Smart Roadster just looks cool. I think it looks lovely. It actually reminds me, I hope you don't take offence at this, but it reminds me of those kiddie cars you can get. You know, the ones that kids go in, they can pedal them around, and like when they sit in them, they're like full-size cars compared to their size. It just reminds me of one of them, and I just want to get in it and put all around in it. I don't like have you seen the new smart car design? I mean, oh, that would be great. Oh, I'll take you up on that one, definitely. You'd never get it back. I'd be off, I'd be gone. Push out the door and I'd be away. You'd have to be careful though, because if you're serious about that, then my insurance may not cover it, because I'm insured through mobility. So I'm not sure if I would be covered for any car on that, or if you would be able to. Who cares about practicality? You drive something for fun. We've got a Nissan Juke, and gets mobility, so we've used that to get a Nissan Juke this year, and I quite like it because it's in the middle of being like a sporty car, whilst being a practical car as well. It's slightly more on the edge of the sporty look and the sporty inside, but it's not particularly spacious or particularly sporty because it's got a very small engine. It's quite a heavy car, and it has an automatic CVR gearbox, which isn't the best thing for trying to accelerate. So I don't care, it's not my car, it's Anne's car, you can have it. Oh no! Loop of shame! Yeah, that made a new smart motor for a few years. Yeah, it's true. It's a shame because it's a lovely little design. It's a lovely little car. Just want to put it all around for a bit. It's lovely. No, it was a loop of shame. We've had this conversation, Dark Smack. If it gets to the point where it says slow down on the screen, then it's a loop of shame. If I manage to catch it before it says loop of shame, so before it says slow down, then it's a loop of correction. But yeah, I was saying the new smart car that's out, was it this year or last year obviously, like 2015. I can't stand it. They've taken everything that made the smarter car a unique, fun little car, and just made it into a fucking Corsa. I mean, seriously. And why the hell don't they have hybrid engines? Slow down, change the loop time. I think it should be a leap of shame. They're not bland. I mean, they're an interesting looking car if you like Corsas. But they're the same as everything else that's out there now. And as I say, they've taken away everything that made it unique, everything that made it a cute little thing, and they've just thrown it all away and just turned it into a car. It's not even a smart car anymore, it's just a car. The whole design ethic of the smart car was the lack of front end, the smooth sloping bonnet up to the window, and then no storage space. So it was basically a car to drive around in and not go shopping in. And that's what made it different, that's what made it... Oh, I think that'd be great. Why haven't we got more Tesla engines? Why haven't we got more different styles of engine? Why hasn't things like the Wankel engine or this Tesla engine or these electrical engines, why haven't they taken off more? Is it all down to this whole we must get tax from fuel crap thing, or is it just that they're not good enough yet? Because I think they must be. Look at the Nissan Leaf, it can run range round stuff, and just why are we still stuck with fucking 1900s technology? The Wankel engine was awesome, an awesome idea that could fit into something really, really small. Dropping a Tesla engine in a smart roadster, you'd fly. You'd have to have great big bloody spoilers on it to stop you from floating away into space. You'd go into orbit. Well, they're getting better, surely. I mean, I know that in Nottingham they've actually got a hospital flyer bus now that's completely electric. And it manages to do the whole round trip between City Hospital and Queen's Medical Centre and all the bits in between quite well. So then you put it on charge and leave it to charge. So. But then that's the way you work it. If you're going to drive a Tesla and you're going to do that kind of thing, then you've got an excuse to stop and have a cup of tea. I still think it's worth it. I still think it's way worth it. That's only the correction, Darksmite. It didn't say slow down. Is this the last one? No. I have seen in my life the sum total of one Tesla car, and it's when I started working at Experian there was somebody driving through it. But well, see, Darksmite, it's just ridiculous. People are just need to change the way that they think about stuff, because everyone's stuck in this 19th century, well, very early 20th century, I suppose, combustion engine shit, and they need to just change the way they're thinking about it, because it's had its time. It's time to move on. We don't need to use gas and oil and all that sort of shit anymore. We're just needing to get more on board with these new technologies and eco-friendly stuff and stuff that makes things so much easier. because I just love the idea of electric cars. I'd love an electric car, but for some reason, mobility, right? You're supposed to get some kind of reward or incentive for using eco-friendly cars and all that kind of stuff. But you know that mobility, if you ask for a hybrid car or anything like that, you pay through the fucking nose for it. It's ridiculous. Your deposit goes up by 500 quid just to get an electric or hybrid car. I mean, I wanted to get a hybrid this time, but they didn't have... Oh, shit. But they didn't have any hybrid cars actually in our price range. Not even the hybrid version of the Duke was available. Wasn't even there. It's ridiculous. Ah, Milton Keynes. Milton Keynes! Is that it now? Is that everything? It is. It is indeed. How far away? Oh, no. So what's the closest one? What's the furthest one away? Oops. Well, make sure you check those emissions, Dark Smack. Open system map. Open system map. Verity. 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 Verity's gone to sleep. Verity.
Yes, Commander.
Hey! Open system map.
System map.
Close system map.
Closing map.
That sounds like an awesome idea. Oh dear.
Decreasing sensor range to a minimum.
Okay, land this beast. What do you think? Should I plonk it down in that blob? I'm going right in the centre of that blob. Wow, that's a very... You notice all the craters in really straight lines? That's bizarre. They're all lined up. Looks like somebody's been taking pot shots.
Orbital flight engaged.
Hello there, Fatally Mango. Welcome to the stream. And yeah, well done. Congratulations on becoming part of the community if you've only just bought the game. Right, kitting out for a thing. Kitting out for exploration. You'll need a decent sized ship. Try and get yourself kitted out with as many D-class things as you can if you can't afford to get A-class. Just as good as you can get. Diamondback Explorer, Asp Explorer, even a Cobra would do pretty well depending on what your budget is, as Fluffy Barnes was just asked. But the main thing you'll need if you want to do exploration is the Discovery Scanner, the Advanced Scanner, and the planetary scanner. So you'll need 2 scanners. Everything can get better internet than Hull. So yeah, what sort of budget are you looking at? Or 1.6 mil in a Diamondback Scout? Yeah, the Scout will be okay. Yeah, Scout's not bad. The only problem you've got to worry about is engine size. Max out the hyperdrive, yep, definitely, I would agree with that one. Deploy landing gear. Deploy landing gear.
The gear is down and locked.
Yes, I would agree, it is completely amazing. Yeah, you want to try and make sure that you've got a decent sized fuel tank so you can carry enough fuel that you're not going to risk running out of fuel. So if you do run out of fuel and you're in the middle of nowhere, then you're screwed unless you want to call in the fuel rats, which is embarrassing. I don't know, see the shield thing is a bit of a tricky one, because I've found my shields extremely useful. Because you'll notice that I'm down to 67% hull. That's because I screwed up the landing on one thing, and it's my shields that saved me. If it hadn't been for my shields, I'd have been destroyed. So it's always good to have shields in case you do a little bit of a fuck up. But yeah, I mean the biggest worry you've got when you're exploding is range and fuel. So you need to make sure that you've got enough range to get around places. That you've got enough range to get away from let me concentrate here. It's landed. There we go. Oh dear. Yeah, so fuel and distance. Make sure you've got enough capacity in there to get enough fuel to get you to at least one jump extra, in case you can't find a decent sun close enough to scoop from. And make sure you've got enough fuel to be able to get there. So yeah, I did that back in the day. I went to the Witch Head Nebula, which was a nice trip. So it's always worth doing. Yeah, exploration's fun. I do like exploration. It's a nice, relaxing game. You're out on your own. There's no one going to interdict you. You get a bit of fun in games. I appear to have tangled myself up. But yeah, have fun. But yeah, as the guys say, A-rated whatever you can get. Fuel scoop definitely A-class. Hyperdrive definitely A-class. Shields D-class will do you. A-class if you can get it. Where am I headed? I'm circumnavigating the galaxy. Open galaxy map. Open galaxy
Displaying map.
Verity.
Yes, Commander.
Open galaxy map.
Stellar cartography.
I'm circumnavigating. I'm going to fly all the way around. So I've been. Here's populated space. There's the galactic centre. I'm kind of heading around the spiral arm, and I'm hopefully going to go to about there, and then hop across, and just keep following the arms round. So I'm kind of going a kind of rough circle all the way around, and go to hopefully somewhere over here where the furthest away point is, and see if I can find it, and then come back round that way again. Or if I get bored, I'll just come back that way. So yeah, it's going to be a long trip. I'm going to probably miss a lot of update stuff, but I've got a second account for all that crap if I want to see what's happening. Although I'll probably have to buy Horizons for it. So yeah. That was the rest of my route that I was going to do tonight, but I'm not, because it's now I'm out of time. Close Galaxie map.
Closing map.
It does, I'm going to enjoy it. I'm hoping I'm going to find a lot of different planets and a lot of different systems out there that I can pee all over, claiming the name of Scotland. And we'll see what happens, basically. Oh, I get bored very easily, Sim, that's the problem. Depends what I'm missing back home. If there's anything fun kicking off in the bubble, in the uninhabited bubble, then I might pop back. Let's go for a beauty shot to close off the stream.
Taking photo.
There we go. Okay, I'm going to give it a rest there, guys. Ship's powered down. I've got to go and clean out all the exhaust ports and empty the loo and shine up some of the silverware. So I'm going to head off for this evening, and I'll see you all again soon. Again, normal thing, I'll be back on again next Monday at the same time if you want to have a look. If you've enjoyed the stream and you haven't followed, then pop a follow on. You'll get a notification. If the need takes me or the spirit takes me, then I shall probably pop on at some point during the week or over the weekend if I get a chance. Thank you very much, Sim. I've spent a lot of time on it. Oh, hello, Muggy. Yeah, so look at all the potatoes. I don't quite understand that. Oh, never mind. So, good night to you all. Take care and have a good week. See ya.